Ence winning the pistol round. But my God, Alex, that came way too close. Right down to the 1 versus 1. And again, could have went either way. How have Ence let that happen? It's a 5v3.
It was a weird one. Not getting that flank to begin with, Twist getting that kill, and then because Sergey was alone on A, as soon as you get that clean kill, you can get the bomb down. Even spamming to the legs there with the P250. That's where you love having that upgraded pistol. But here come the buys, Dinko, and oh boy, Nip have probably got the better of it. Even though they lost the pistol round, they've got 3 AKs out. There's only 1 M4 for Ence, but they're getting aggressive, and that's some good early nade damage. Not good enough, though.
No, Alu, he's down, and now a 2-man advantage in play for NIP. Sunny walking forward with the UMP, taking down Knock. It's starting to the round here for NIP. But at least something coming back into it from Sunny. He's still looking for another one, but Hampers, he was aware. He knows there's no way Sunny fell back from that position. And so Ence not the best of rounds here so far, Alex. NIP's force buy. Well, it was always looking fantastic coming into this one. And it, in fact, is quite ridiculous they get a buy like this out. But nonetheless, that's what happens when you get a 5 versus 3 and you throw the pistol into 1 versus 1. You're going to allow this to happen. Rez now running up through long. Gonna check down this corner. X7 is in a good spot right now. He's the hero of them in the last round, and now he looks to do it again. The first, the second, X7 showing up in this round. A 3rd kill. He nearly does it all, and now he has given them a chance. Aerial, a 1 versus 1. A UMP coming back from the bathrooms, and Twist has no idea. He has no idea. Thank you very much for the free kill. Aerial will take that, and what a play from X7.
So clean on the silenced M4. You've got to go for those headshots when you've got fewer bullets. And man, oh man, did he deliver. Great to see X7 getting some early kills on the board. We'll get a replay of that. Quick kill on the first, spray onto the second, and then this final shot was just so nice to add another one to the tally. The problem for Ence is they conceded that bomb plant again, so you know what that means. Nip are going to go straight for the throat with another force buy. 2 AKs this time, and more importantly, Ence have a few more rifles on their side this time, so it should be a bit easier for the Finns, especially with Alu finding the opener.
I have to say, X7 making a good case for himself to make Ence question. Have we made the right decision here? Is X7 the play we really wanted to get rid of? What a fantastic 2 rounds he's been able to display. X7 again, looking for this pick. He has spotted out Twist. We'll throw that smoke down into the middle of the B-bomb side. Utility coming through from the graffiti spot. Ence at this moment in time still have a very difficult buy to go up against. But nonetheless, they'll look to try and pull it off. If they win these first 3 rounds, I'm very impressed just because of how close they have been and how many chances NIP have had. The fact that Ence have managed to turn this around, and again, it is X7 in 2 rounds that's been able to do it. If they pick this one up, they win that battle of the early rounds, and while Rez has got himself into a good corner, there's no way Sergey is going to check this. Surely not. And Sunny holding for the aggression. Twist coming down to the door. Knock. He will get the trade kill, but it's onto this frag from Rez. He needs to be able to pick it up, and Sergey is not venturing around the corner. He continues to stay on the stairs, and that might cause Rez to make a play. He's ready for the team coming up. He's got a good spot, and Sergey eventually will go, trying to deny the bomb plant. The patience from Rez, they just were not expecting his position. He gets the double, going back to try and finish with a quad kill. Alu, though, now into 1 versus 1, and he doesn't expect the position of Knock. He'll put a bullet between the eyes, and it's around for NIP, and what a step up from Rez.
And that step up finally puts an end to these force by wars, at least for now. That spray was so well taken. 2 heads showing, and it will still be a force buy for Ence, but it's so much worse when you're on that CT side. You don't get anywhere near as good of a buy. At least Alu's got 1 rifle. He's been one of the bright spots individually on this Ence team in recent times. He's going to be playing on the A side of the map, but NIP having a couple of different individuals show up in some of these early rounds. We've had Rez show up in that round. We've had Nork chiming in with some kills. Definitely some positive signs for them as long as they can carry through into this round win as well. And Alu caught in the back. Easy kill for Plopsky. And that M4 is not going to be recovered by Ence anytime soon.
Rotation coming back up towards this A site. Ence looking to plug the hole if they can, but these first couple of rounds have been incredibly damaging to the economy of this CT side. Ence just setting up with 4 players on the site. And IP at the ready to swing on in. This is the best chance for Ence to win the round, Alex, with a stack up towards this A bomb site. The weaker weapons, the strength in numbers, we'll see if it plays out that way.
Ooh, Rez trades off the back of his teammate to begin with. Plopsky moving onto the site itself, but kills keep on coming, and in favor of the NIP squad. Looking good for the Swedes in this one. Sunny sitting in the smoke. There's a chance he goes undetected, but now he's going to be spotted. Not before he takes a kill, though. Almost the second onto Rez, who has to play safe because Sunny's still in a 1v2 and still has a chance of winning this. Sunny's still not sure where that second man is, though, so he's going to look for a different angle, see if he can find where Hampus is playing from. I think now that NIP have the information, they should just sit back. Rez out in the open in such an unexpected angle. Sunny's unable to clear it out. And it looks like NIP are going to be the ones who take control of the economy game first.
Yeah, they managed to get it done and over the line, and I feel like that was the round the Ence needed to win if they want to continue this madness at the start of the game. And unfortunately for them, it just came into such a weak buy. There was not really a whole lot to play with that. And it feels like NIP are the stronger team at the start of this. You know, a couple of hero plays from X7 is all the reason that Ence got a couple of rounds in the board. Anyway, Rez holding on. It's a done round, done job. And X7, he's out of there as well. 3 rounds to the board for NIP. 3 kills there from Plopsky, 2 from Rez. And it's good that they're starting to farm these early kills, because I feel like yesterday was a really slow start from NIP. Rez was the player kind of leading that way. But Hampus, I have to say, he was very quiet yesterday, Alex. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more from Hampus. We know what he's capable of, and we know that yesterday was just an underperformance.
Yeah, even though Hampus is the IGL of this team, he's still someone that can definitely contribute in that fragging department. We've seen it in the past. I think the main takeaway for me, though, is that some of these NIP stars are showing up at the start of this game. You can see they're putting a lot of emphasis into Nork in some of these rounds, dropping in the P250 for the pistol. He's stepped up. Plopsky's had a couple of kills as well, a couple of moments. It's been really Rez that's been the main standout, though. And, well, speaking of Plopsky, he's not going to be having any impact in this round. Sergey takes him out of the equation. Boost coming through. Oh, it was so well timed, but Sunny can't get the kill he's looking for. And still come away with the man advantage, though, as the spam back and forth will not be doing that much more damage.
Well, under a minute left, Ence hold the man advantage, but they have been taking a lot of damage throughout this round. Flashes, Molotovs, all going to be used up. And now Hampus starts his walk up. Nork, a good bit of space here. Finally, Sergey is going to gather that information. Nork with a quick headshot, shuts down Alu. And now a 4 versus 4. Nork with a follow-up kill. This is brilliant. Nork displaying great skills on the AK. And he has flipped this round in favor of NIP. You now have the A bomb site. Ence, a man down, no kit on the 3 remaining players, no utility at all across the 3 players, so they go for the save call. Those 2 kills from Norkin towards that A bomb site are enough to change the tides, and I have to say, Ence have looked rough in these rounds. And the problem is, when you're getting these early advantages, you can't afford to throw them away this often. To me, that just proves they're incredibly uncomfortable with the protocols here on the CT side of Overpass. They've given away far too many advantages, Alex.
And specifically in that round, it just felt a little too easy for Nork to walk up to the A site, get 2 kills, and just turn the round on its head, right? You've got the man advantage, and then to lose it like that, it just feels way too easy for NIP in that one. And obviously, credit to Nork. He landed some great shots onto the A site. But there's got to be more of an ability for Ence to survive. Like you were saying, keep that advantage once they find it. This first shot, fantastic. But then maybe Sergey's better served just playing it safe at this point. Going for that fight, you know if you lose it, you lose the round. There's no one there to help you. There's no time for the rotation. At least Ence get to save some guns at a minimum. Got 3 rifles into this round, but it's NIP who are looking like the better team at the start of this game. Those nades do so much damage though, Dinko. Plopsky and Nork lucky to be alive right now.
Very lucky to be alive, and you have to feel for Ence. That was their chance to grab a huge advantage at the start of this round, where they desperately need every advantage and every edge they can get. Still not done though. Plopsky and Nork, 4 and 1 HP. Couple more shots rattling down towards long. NIP. 3 players still positioned at long. 2 towards middle, with Nork holding the back lines for a potential aggressive push. But none is coming through from Ence. Look how passive the setup is here on the CT side. The one player they do have in an advanced spot is Sergey. And X7 will start to move up as well, playing for the bathrooms control. Smoke is going to go down. 40 seconds now on play as the T players start to spring most of their players from long. X7 really wants to take that fight, but here comes the play into the A site. Alu just swings on by. He goes down without a fight. Another push continues to come through for NIP. It's the first kill. Twist following up as well, Alex. And the kills keep coming through for NIP.
Twist getting up close onto the site, having to pull out the Glock, but Hampus has got his teammate's backside covered. And this time, Ence, well, they get players on the right side of the map, but they just can't win those aim fights. Hampus and Twist also having a bit of impact for Nip, which was important in this round, right? You saw the damage that Plopsky and Nork took early on. You saw that Rez was the man who fell in those early trades. So now it is becoming much more of a team effort for NIP, which is great to see. And the weird thing about this, Dinko, is normally when I see a team pick Overpass, I want them to kind of outmaneuver their opponents on the T side, right? I want them to out-rotate them and just kind of outbrain them in that sense. I don't think we're really seeing that from NIP here so far, though. It's mainly just been the individuals carrying them through, which is fine. It's all good for them. It's working out great. I'd love to see if they could also maybe out-rotate Ence in some of these rounds. They haven't really needed to so far, though.
It feels like NIP just are playing very simple Counter-Strike, but they have a player at every position required. You can see in that last round, oh, Aerial. 39 HP. The only thing I could ever assume that is a team damage coming through. A right click to the back, perhaps. Oh, that is not the start they would have been looking for. And now Sergey throws the net on in and fall away. NIP, like I said, back to the point here, this T side, it has been far more fundamentally sound, I feel, than yesterday. They worked a few things out. It isn't the most complex. It certainly isn't, but they have been working these mid rounds in their favor. They will approach the A bomb site there with 2 players towards mid. As soon as they get Hampus into position, they then put 4 players out long, and Hampus is able to spring into action when the initial attention is drawn from the long attack. And they just have a player in the right spot at the right time, and Ence haven't really figured that out yet. Or at least figured out how to deal with it.
No, they definitely haven't. Flashes into the B site this time. No aggression from NIP just yet, though. That's the other thing, is Nip haven't really needed to execute onto any of these sites either. And again, like you're saying, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Nip, because if you can just win the fights this consistently, you don't need to outmaneuver your opponents. You don't need those execs. Apparently, Hampus doesn't need to jump on his teammate's head. He misses that one. 33 seconds left on the clock now. Nip lining up this B play. Damage done to Sunny, and they're about to pull the trigger.
Oh, Red is running through, gets the trade kill and the follow-up Rez is popping off on this B-bomb site. Now a 4v3, a man advantage in play for NIP thanks to Rez, but it's short-lived as Sunny with a headshot. Hampus going over the top. He'll take Sunny down, and Alu and Sergey have to figure out where they want to go with this one. Do they save or do they attempt the round win? At this point, you're starting to feel the pressure. You're starting to feel NIP grab control of this, and Alu will catch the head of Twist. A small chance to still win this round as Sergey with the kit, the smoke coming back in from short, but it's Hampus just decapitating Alu towards heaven, and now Sergey, he's been spotted as well. He'll try his best, but Hampus takes him down through the smoke as NIP with 6 on the board. Money gone, nothing saved over there for Ence. Definitely unfortunate, but this double kill is enough just to break the back of the defense.
How about that adjustment to get the second kill? Superb start to the game from Rez. He's the first man to get up to double digits on the kill count. Alu's picked up the AWP for Ence, but outside of that, there is not much for the Ence squad, and Nipper just rushing the B-bomb site. Plopsky moving straight in for the initial entry. Almost makes it a second, but Ariel's still on the site, and they know it. Rez is ready to hunt him down. And Alu's AWP, well, finally comes into play, but it's on the outside looking into the B-bomb site, which isn't really the best position to be in. Now Sunny's got a kill, though. It could have been going their way, but Sunny's still got a chance in the 1-on-2.
Well, Sunny crosses over. He's got a good position here, Graffiti. But will he be able to find anything? The answer is a swift no. And a swift headshot from Knock. NIP 7-2 up on the T side. And yeah, this has been a bit of an unfair battle, I have to say, for Ence. You have to remember, Alex, the 2 rounds that they've won have been hero plays from X7 saving the day. The pistol round was a 5-3 advantage for Ence, and they still had to win the 1-versus-1 clutch. Then it was X7 saving the day with a huge spray down the A-bomb site. Other than that, it hasn't been anything for Ence. I haven't even seen a round where they've looked like they've had a chance of winning, unfortunately. NIP have looked so good.
Bit of aggression from Ence early in this round. X7, that man you were talking about earlier, makes something happen in this round. M4A1S has treated him kindly at the start of this game. And Ence get a clean man advantage, but they continue pushing. Plopsky able to even things up. Nip bringing it back to a 4v4, and Plopsky's got even more information. He decides to smoke himself off. Still plenty of time left on the clock for Nip, and they're also taking some control at A long, and a kill now.
$52 seconds in play. NIP with a man advantage. Rotation coming in from Ence towards this A side. They have the right read. They have the right call. This is their best chance of winning a round yet. A very, very long time. Ariel moving forward towards middle. Plopsky has started to walk up. Ariel's going to be caught, distracted, and shut down by Plopsky. A nice haul from Alu, getting 2 kills, but is it enough? Has he set up X7 enough to win this round? He has been the hero for them before, and he looks to do it again. He crosses. They have no idea. He's this close inside of the site. He knows exactly where Knock is, and he's taking a good position. But Knock with a fast readjustment of the crosshair. And it's an op kill to deliver an 8th round for NIP.
Nice round from Nork. He got that initial kill over on the A site to begin this round, right? He got that kill at long that got them in towards the site in the first place. And Nip are putting quite a lot of weight onto Nork's shoulders on his return, but he's stepping up. He's delivering impact right now. 11 kills, 118 ADR. And Nip are going straight into the B site here. No time to waste, Dinko. It's a B rush.
It is indeed a quick play from NIP, looking to just shut down the defense early on. And well, there's been a good bit of damage down here by Ence. A couple of kills coming through, X7 and Ariel. Getting at least 1 apiece on top. NIP, still with the better weapons, this quick B hit has not really worked out the way they would have liked it. So they have fallen back. They have hit that recovery button. But look at this aggressive play from Ence. They've got players near spawn. And Hampus has to be aware. Once you rush that B bomb site so quickly, you know how much map control you've conceded. You cannot take it for granted that Ence are not pushed. So he's aware of that. They still seem to want to push in towards this B site. Knock just holding for the jump. He hasn't really given himself a great opportunity there. I know with 55 seconds left. Ence trying to get in behind, but NIP still reapproaching this B bomb site. Sunny has to go huge with the AK. He spotted the head of Hampers, takes him down in the second as well onto Twist. It's just Nok left alone in a 1v3. You know, dance with a pillow, trying to find the positioning to win these 1v1 battles. He's going to tap, and Alu gives him another fight, but he misses the shot, and Alu will be picking it up. He finds the AWP there as well. And Ence, well, an unlikely round to win, but they make it work.
Yeah, the pace change from NIP not working out this time. They decide to go for it when Ence have the pistols. So even trades to begin with. Sunny with that AK there, making the difference on the B site as well. 2 really impactful kills from him. Alu's got the AWP back into his hands. He hasn't had too many chances in the recent rounds with the sniper. This might be his time to make the difference for Ence. Early mid-peak not going to be found by him, but he can play back in the bathrooms and still have a chance for later fights. Alu's still holding alongside his teammate in these bathrooms, but Nip currently more focused on A long, which is currently completely open.
Well, Alu looking for the shot, a Twist. He was given the chance for that follow-up kill. Can't quite hit the shot. That does allow Twist to move forward. He's into the smoke at Divider. Good bit of control, at least gained by NIP in this round, but they have lost that early man. And that does give Ence this chance, but Sunny, if you walk right through that, there's 3 players on the boost, but Sunny goes down in the smoke. And that's a kill from Nok off the top of the boost as well. Spots the head of Sergey. And suddenly NIP into a favorable position in this round. Alu, there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders right now to do something in this round. And Twist, he's hunting. He might just get 2. What a play from Twist. A double kill. Takes them both down. And now X7, there's nothing you can hope to do. A 1v4. He's got no utility, no kit into this one. Ence, it all went wrong for them, Alex. They had the man advantage, but it falls apart.
Yeah, and you could see Alu in the bathrooms there was just praying that he get the fight that he was looking for. He was praying that someone would walk into his crosshair from bathrooms, from short. But Twist played it really smart. He just played the patience game. He knew that his teammates were pushing long. He knew that Alu would probably try and stay in the bathrooms, stay focused on locking down that spot. So Twist just keeps his cool, waits patiently, and as soon as he realizes Alu's throwing nades to the site, he knows he's got 1 free kill, and he turns it into a quick double that completely nullifies Ence in the round, completely takes them out of it. This is much better look from Ence here, or rather Nip here in this game. This was a better look at the start of the round, but the boost for Nork just about gets that kill, and this is that play from Twist I was talking about. Because he's so patient, Alu's already turned around, so it's an easy kill in the back. And Ence are starting to really struggle now. 9-3 down, and like you so rightly pointed out, Dinko, none of them have really come off of gun rounds, right? Even that 3rd round win was with those pistols.
Yeah, it's been a rough showing, I have to say, from Ence. They have not really looked the most convincing. And when you are in a situation where you're not winning gun rounds, generally shows the team is struggling. And Alu, given another chance, he will take another opening kill. He goes back for a second. Well played from Alu. He gets 2 kills to open up the round. It is traded back by Plopsky. And so on to Ence. They've been given yet another man advantage. If you keep losing these, well, we're starting to lose all confidence in this defensive side as Sunny, oh, good push, blinded as Plopsky, good flash buying from Sergey. Now this round should be locked in for Ence. Hampus and Twist have to look and pull this back. Hampus was given a small opportunity there, but not able to land the flick shot, and the Molotov will come in to slow him down. Now with 45 seconds left, that bomb pushing up onto the A bomb site. Hampus has a chance, and Ariel has given him that opportunity. Now Twist's turn to see if he can find anything. Sergey in the middle of the site, or should I say in the middle of the truck. He's just playing in this corner. Twist's going to walk up into the corner itself, and Sergey gets the spray onto 1, but Hampus now 1 versus 3. He's collected that first kill, and 2 more to find. Keep eyes on the flank here from Sunny as well, coming up through middle. X7 is drawing his attention away, and Hampus looks for the 1v1 fight. He can shut down X7. He has a chance to win this, but he can't get around the corner. The bullets come through from Sunny, and it's scary, Alex. This is around Ence win, but again, it's down to the 1v1.
Yeah, and Sunny had to wallbang Hampus at the end there. It had to be through that small little wall that he got the kill, because Hampus had just got round the corner. First shot from Alu so fast on such a tight angle. He made it the second as well. That's what got them into that advantageous position to begin with. But you're right, it still came close for Ence. Hampus was able to nearly win that round. He was able to put Nip in a pretty good position. And Ence could really do with a couple more round wins at the end of this half. Only 2 more left to fight for. And Alu this time switching up his positioning, playing on A long, which has generally been left open by Ence in these early rounds. So this could be something that goes unexpected. Alu close Elmer corner, gets the first kill, but he's not going to make it the second. Plopsky's there for the trade. And Sergey's thinking about taking this fight, but Nork waiting patiently, able to trade again into a 3v3. And Nip will be pretty happy with that. This gives them a lot of ground gained, even trades, and now Ence have to start to spread that defense.
When you spread out the defense, when you spread it too thin, it becomes incredibly difficult to hold on to the T side that now have 3 players approaching from the same position. They also have so much utility still available to play with, and that's something that Ence just don't have. They have a smoke left, which has now been used up. 1 incendiary grenade on Aerial and 2 flashbangs. Now the push comes through. Rez will be the front man. Sunny towards Vinkin behind the trash can, but will he be able to do anything from it? The bomb plant comes through. Sunny, oh, he's close, and he'll deny the plant. He gets back into Vinkin. He could get another kill as well here, chasing after Twist. It's better to stay alive now, though. Wait on the teammates as Ence starts to run forward. Oh, it's falling apart. Rez with 1, nearly the second. Oh, the no-scope. Twist takes down Sunny, and it's all an X7. A 1 versus 2. This has to be another hero round from X7. The kit lies in the sight, but he's so low in HP. And how many times will Ence look like they're ahead? And suddenly, NIP pull it back. 10-4 as you head into the last round of the first half.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker for Ence. When Sunny drops that bomb, you think that they're going to win that round. Was it Sunny or was it Sergey? I don't even remember, Dinko. But when they drop that bomb, you've got to think that they're going to win that round. They get what they can into the last round of the half, but Nip have just been better individually. They've been clutching out some rounds they shouldn't have been winning. They've been making the solo plays. Alu this time boosted up over the top. Again, one of those positive signs for Ence has been Alu. It's good that he's got the rifle in this round as he goes back for a second. Alu could be making the difference in this round. Ence finally with a 4v2 advantage. And this time, Dinko, they've got to close this one out. But Rez gets gifted a free kill. Sunny wasn't ready for the fight. And we've seen Nip turn these sorts of rounds on their heads before.
We have indeed. You cannot count NIP out of any of these rounds, but Alu has such a good spot. He should be taking Rez, but Rez is so aware. Alu just loses his head, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Sergey on the flank, dropping down the ladder. He hasn't made noise, and they still haven't checked him. He knows they haven't crossed. He knows they're still in connector. He can call for his teammate to stay on the A bomb site, and now Ence have a chance to win the round. Sergey, he hears those footsteps. He knows that they're going to be going round the backside. And so now he can call for the opposite rotation from X7, and that's to the B bomb site. He'll try and get there before they can, and Sergey's going to cut this off as well. He's the first pillar of support. He doesn't manage anything there, so he has to run back and reposition inside of the site itself. But with 2 players now here, there's a good chance that Ence can get a 5th round at the half, and at least hope that they can continue to compete into the second as X7 gets the double. He seals the half as he started it with a win for Ence. 10-5, not the most fantastic half from Ence, but it's time for a short break. We'll see if they can recover going into their attacking side. Welcome back to the second half, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ninjas in Pajamas taking on Ence as we head into this one. NIP lead the way by 5 rounds. Double figures reached coming out of the first, and now they're onto the defensive side. This is where I feel NIP are going to do even better work, Alex.
Yeah, we already saw their individuals show up in the first half, so now they're on the CT side with the USPs in the pistol as well. We could see some big plays coming through. Plopsky, Rez, and Nork all stacked around the bathrooms. That is a dangerous trio to be up against if you're Ence. They've also got some nades on the Ence side of things, though, so they might not have to take the fights head on if they don't want to. And Ence, after taking some time at the start of this round, are now starting to group up towards A. If they go A long, they've got a bit of a better chance here. It looks like that is going to be their first port of call, but they're also looking into mid, and this is where these players are all stacked for NIP.
Oh, good peek from Nork. That starts things off well for the Swedes. Ariel losing his head early on into the pistol round. Rez, oh, they're not going to be checking this corner. They're not going to be ready for Rez just to take down Sunny. And Plopsky doing good work in the bathrooms. That's 2 collected, and Sergey left alone in a 1 versus 4. This would be incredible if he can somehow claw this one back. And Sergey's a good player, but not this good. Hampus, he'll tear his head off his shoulders. 11-5 on the board. NIP winning the piss around into the second half, and in relatively convincing fashion. There felt like there was no real chance there for Ence. They didn't get anyone near that bomb site. And because there's no bomb plant, that means this force buy will not have the AKs. It won't have the Gleals. It's just a standard Deagle force buy round. Obviously, still a chance here for Ence, but NIP heavily favored to win this one.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's the 3 top fraggers for NIP who were all stacked in the bathrooms there, so some of those shots were very clean indeed. Now this is that weak force buy, as you were saying, but the Deegs can never be counted out. X7 already landing a nice shot. He's been having a couple of moments that have looked good individually. He's been one of the better players on the Ence side so far. Nork also holding up close. Could have been caught in the close range fight there, but he wins that battle against Sunny. He keeps Nip on top for the time being. Scout shot lands onto Nork, and now he realizes he's got to play safe.
Yeah, he has to sit back. A good chance for Ence with the kills that they've been able to collect. But it's still going to be difficult. Hampus coming around the corner. Alu. That was his chance, but Hampus able to find him. And now with 55 seconds, Hampus has had enough. Any chances from Ence have just been dispelled. And X7 now left alone. Hampus, the round from him. 3 kills picked up for him. Much better performance today in comparison to his previous performance yesterday. And now NIP, 4 rounds from victory. They know there can be no more losses in this group. You lose 2, you're out. This is an elimination match, and NIP would not be happy with a group stage exit. And coming into this, no one was expecting NIP to be out in the groups, especially with Nork being added to the roster again. This is where NIP can start to rebuild and get back to the form they were at before.
That's a lot of nade damage early in this one, as if it wasn't tough enough for Ence already. Yeah, as you were pointing out, especially now that Nork's back, that they should have had some practice time with him. I think they should be wanting to at least get out of this group. That's a solid stack from NIP, only against the pistols, but still making sure that there was no way in for Ence. Even though they lose a couple of players, they've got the trades lined up. And it comes down to this for Ence, Dinko. It really does. They need to win this gun round. They've got the AKs out. Again, 1 or 2 of their players have showed some promising signs. Alu's been landing some shots. X7 has as well. We have to see that come through here into the first gun round. Meanwhile, NIP get the AWP out, and it's currently in the hands of Rez.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if it's obviously based on spawn. It's back into the hands of Nork. Often you will see if a player has a good spawn from spawn on the CT side, they're given the AWP to go for that early peak. But they don't find anything from it, they just hand it on back. Hampus, MP9 in his hands, down here in connector. He's getting a sandwich, and he goes for the aggressive peek. He takes the fight to Ence, and he'll walk away with the corpses of Sunny and Ariel. What a play from Hampus. The weaker weapon in play, and he knows, okay, if I sit back here, I can be rushed from 2 positions. There's 0 chance there. So he takes the fight to Ence, and he's won both of those duels. And now Twist holding the B-bomb side. X7 gets no further. Alloy also following in the same suit. It's 14-5. That was a gun round from Ence that just got nothing done. NIP are absolutely dominating the Finnish roster right now. And Ence, I'm starting to worry for them, Alex. I'm starting to worry. I was worrying a long time ago, but I'm starting to really worry now. They've just been absolutely wrecked by an MP9.
Yeah, those literally look like anti-eco kills for Hampus when he was against a gun round. That MP9, if you're close enough range, the fire rate can just completely cause all sorts of issues for your opponents. That's what happens for Hampus. Rez almost caught out there, but he puts the incendiary down in time. What a turnaround for Hampus individually as well. He was their bottom fragger by some distance yesterday. Today, he's up there near the top of the board, near the top of the pack with the rest of the team, up to 18 kills now. But it really has just been a completely different NIP here today. Now Nork getting involved in an early fight. That Orp happy to take that fight towards mid, gives his team the early lead. Alu isn't even comfortable that he can get that bomb back. It's been dropped out in the open, but Nork has repositioned. He's got Twist to back him up on this same angle. Sonny's starting to close the distance in from long, so he can maybe start to clear out the bathrooms. There is a player close by, though. Rez waiting around the corner. Rez is hunting this down, and he gets yet another kill for NIP.
It just keeps going from bad to worse, and then worse again for Ence right now. Alu and Sergey, I have to say also, I don't like pointing out negative performances, but Sergey is such an influential player for the team. He's currently on 7 kills. Now left alone versus 5, and Hampus is just going to take him down. There's absolutely nothing done there from Ence. 15-5, NIP. It feels like a formality at this point. They're just winning rounds to get to 16. It hasn't really been a fight. And I hate to say that, but it hasn't been. How many gun rounds have we seen Ence be able to compete in, Alex? I could count them on 2 fingers, I think.
Yeah, they've won 5 rounds, and most of those weren't gun rounds, because they won that pistol in the follow-up. One of their CT rounds was definitely with pistols for the most part, so it's just been so one-sided in these gun rounds. The second half could be a clean sweep for NIP. They both get stuck in the door, but Plopsky eventually moves in. The B-bomb site has been lost, though, so NIP finally tested on their CT side. They're going to have to retake.
Alu's position, it's going to be checked. Twist wins the fight with absolutely nothing going Alu's way. And now a man down into the post plant. Ence trying to survive here on this map. Otherwise, it's NIP walking away with Overpass. And XX7 who has taken the headshot. Twist goes down aerial as well. And finally, a gun round for Ence. 6 on the board. They'll stay alive. They may be on life support, but they're still beating.
Still alive for now. Really, that came off of Nip's 4-man A stack, though, right? B was so clear. Ence only needed 1 kill to get onto the site. And then they did play it well in the post plant. Again, X7 getting a couple of important kills in the mix there. You've got to think that Nip just go back to a more standard setup now. Make sure they have more players stacked onto B. In fact, they have 4 players stacked onto B at the start of this round. So there's no chance of a repeat performance. If Ence want to get onto that B site, they're going to need to get pretty much all the kills in this one. Bit of a rotation now from Nip. Back to the standard setup, but Twist lines up the wallbang. Sergey removed from the round. Ence still trying to pressure this B-bomb site, though. Plopsky has been isolated, so there's only 1 CT on B, and he's going to be caught. Sonny, not ready on the Twist side of things. Easy kill for him. And now Nipper in a 2v4. Make that a 1v4.
Yeah, Rez, I'll count him out of this one, I think. And they're giving him opportunities. Never mind, Alex. Never mind. I'm back onto the Rez hype train. My ticket is still valid, I'm sure. Now Rez checking all of the corners. The time is ticking. The Molotov going down in towards short. And Rez He has still got a smoke as well. That Molotov, not going to be a bit of a problem. He can throw the smoke down and just go for the tap. He hasn't drawn them into the open. He hasn't hit the bomb, I don't think. And still they're fighting. Oh, he nearly gets the chance for the double. But it's Ence that will win the round. 3 kills from Alu. That is the kind of round that just makes me fear for Ence. You're in a 1v4 and Rez is in heaven. And he still somehow gets it down to a 1 versus 1. How has that happened? How are Ence letting this happen? It's just ridiculous.
Definitely came way too close for comfort if you're an Ence fan. Wow, NIP still 1 round away, and honestly, it feels almost inevitable they're gonna get it at some point soon. Nade lands onto Alu. Good bit of damage done. Ence all stacked around this B bomb site. Panthers and Plopsky both ready for these fights, but the double nade stack is so well placed. Ence get an early kill.
They do, and Alu, he's still 3 HP. He falls. Oh no, Plopsky nearly gets the transfer spray there. Oh, so close. He goes to the knife in the smoke, pulls it off. It's Sunny now on a 1v4. Ence have just been massacred in this round. It started so well for them with 1 kill on the HE, but other than that, not a single kill. And it's 16-7. NIP will walk away with Overpass, and Ence, their problems, their woes, they all continue. And that was a relatively uninspiring performance. It felt like they didn't really get going in many of the gun rounds at all.
Yeah, in that last round, Plopsky is allowed to shoot all the bullets out of his rifle, all the bullets out of his pistol, and then even get a knife kill. I mean, that just sums up that game. Ence were just not in that matchup whatsoever. And it's great to see Nip doing well on Overpass. It's great to see their individuals showing up. But for Ence's sake, I hope that their train can stay strong. We've seen them be good on that map in the past. They're going to